Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. You know, at this channel, we're a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because it saves lives. We are all about saving lives over here at the Jamaica Young Police channel, so that's why we support preemptive strikes, because preemptive strikes save life. Anyone who can make you believe absurdity can make you commit any criminal act. A wise man can change his mind, but a fool will never, because he's a fool. And remember that you must never try to educate a fool, because the fool will hate you. Only a friend will tell you the truth, and fakers will cheer you on even when you are wrong. Anyone who has the balls or spine to tell a friend the truth, after that, most people, especially Jamaicans, normally get vexed and upset with you and end the relationship. But guess what? They weren't even your friends anyway, because they do not respect others who are honest, truthful, and straightforward with them, and not a faker. Before we begin today's video, we at the Jamaica Young Police channel want our audience and detractors to know that anything that we have said here at the Jamaica Young Police channel that is incorrect, you can reach out to us at 954-556-0275, and we will give you the chance to correct the same. To us, the first and foremost thing about us on this channel is our character, credibility, and reputation. We have never slandered or defamed anyone's name on this platform, and whatever you are hearing is the truth. If the truth shall kill those who hate the truth, let it kill them. Remember that we said before, those who do not know the truth are fool, and those who know the truth and call it a lie is a depraved and criminal-minded people. Never say what you want to do until you experience it. Like being a police officer. So don't say that things, until you experience it. So you cannot, have a lot of blow-ons out there telling you how police are supposed to operate. But don't say anything until you have experience being a police officer. Yes, today it's March 28th, 2023. And today is my little brother's Orlando's birthday. Yeah, today is Lando's birthday. Happy birthday, Orlando. And guess what? Tomorrow, March 29th, is yes man, one of the Jamaica Young Police channel supporter, subscriber, and viewer. I am legend. Yes man, this is a man, him tell you as it is, him not play with him a ruffle feathers, Even sometimes, believe you me, I see him jerk out some of my friends inside of the group, And guess what? But just watch, because what he's saying is the truth. And you can look, the only thing that you can do as a person, if you love the truth, when somebody say the truth, it makes you smile, because you at least say, boy, somebody using their conscience is a man. I am legend is a man. Him not play with nobody, Him just tell you as it is, man, woman, boy, or child. Yes, man. So we at the Jamaica Young Police channel want to know that we appreciate this man. You understand, for his contribution, not only to the channel, but to the Jamaican diaspora community, to the diaspora in the UK. And this is a man who wants the best of Jamaica too, A lot of Jamaicans who live in the diaspora would like to return back to Jamaica, because Jamaica is a paradise on earth, Yes man, the Garden of Eden. And most of you, if you read anything about Christopher Columbus, when Christopher Columbus read St. Anne's Bay, Christopher Columbus wrote in his journal that Jamaica is the prettiest place you have ever been in on earth, It's a Garden of Eden, he says. Yes, he says, must be this place God put Adam and Eve. So, yeah man, as we say, happy birthday, I am legend. And continue, man, to stay strong, you understand? And don't let the blow-ons them try to get at you. You just keep using facts and hammer in them. Yeah, educate them, keep educating the people. Because we used to say a people without knowledge is like a tree without root. And look, why the man I live in is a Garveyite. So happy birthday to your legend and your family. You understand? Yeah man, more life. So I want you, all the loyal viewers and subscribers to listen to this man. Yes, this man is a patriot. don't watch his accent, because this man have Jamaica at heart. And what you spend him when this man speak, I want to tell him, man, hey, he make a lot of people get mad. But guess what? The truth hurt only the guilty. So we'll continue the journey, and I want you to listen to him. Enough of the Jamaica Young Police Channel. Let the legend take over the conversation. Yeah, because it's the same thing. It's the same thing that he was asking me. A viewer who live in the United States of America, telling me about a man who was held with a gun that killed someone like 3 years before he was born. But and then the defense attorneys were trying to use various methods for the court to throw out the case, and the judge said, no, you're caught with the weapon that killed somebody. We don't care if you're even 10 years before you're born. It's one of two things. Is either you're going to tell us who give you the gun, or because the gun is the gun that killed the person, or we don't care about you and Murd born. That's exhibit. You understand? So
exactly. And this is what Trisha Johnson has been arguing about all day long. If you look at the actual platform,
the thread, right?
It just so happened that I know a guy I used to go to school with, who's a police, and I rang him and said, look, I'm going to explain this case to you in a scenario. And I explained it to him and said, look, there's a popular entertainer in Jamaica. He's a known troublemaker.
Yes.
And a gang affiliate. And I said to him, look, he was caught with a gun, right? A gun that murdered 2 prominent Jamaicans.
Right.
All right? I asked him, in the UK, what would have happened? And he blatantly said he would have been charged with murder even if he had an alibi. Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. And the only reason he could get out of that case is if he gave up where he get the gun, who gave him the gun.
Simple as that. Thank you.
Trish's argument is basically the police would have to prove that obviously he didn't pull the trigger because he's got an alibi, and if he has an alibi they can't charge him. Well, theoretically, yes, they can still charge him because he's got a gun that's killed 2 people.
Yeah, it's simple as that.
She doesn't seem to understand that.
Well, let me tell you this. We're from a society in Jamaica where the people have been indoctrinated to be pro-criminals. You understand?
Yeah.
And most of the people, like especially like for me, who's from the impoverished community of Jonestown, and because I can think, and I am not sympathetic to criminals. As I mean, they see me as a traitor or something like that, because that's how it is in Jamaica. So
you're a police officer, you're a traitor.
Yes, no, you're a traitor. Yes, that's how it is. You're a traitor, you're an infam, and they will kill you from the same community. Once you become a part of in Jamaica, once you become a part of the police force or the military, the first thing that says from the ghetto, you're a traitor and you're an informer. In Jamaica, right now, even at this day, a criminal. If you do not have anyone in your family that goes to prison, or somebody who has committed heinous crimes against others, violating their human rights, nobody respects you. You're a decent citizen, they refer to you as a fool or you're an idiot. You're supposed to be somebody who's willing to take another person's life, and that's how they respect you in Jamaica, which is backward thinking. And the thing is that not only that, you know what the Jamaican government has been doing since the 1990s? They has been cleaning criminal records and sending people all over the world.
Do you know what?
Yes.
Do you know what? I have been hearing about this, and I'll tell you what. I heard about this back in 2019, and it just so happened my cousin, who left the UK to set up a business in Jamaica. I tell you what, he was doing really well, and they killed him. They didn't even take his car. They didn't take his phone. Yeah, they killed him because he had a nice car, he had a nice house. They killed him.
Bad man is an I don't know. In Jamaica terminology, we use the word bad mind, but envy and jealousy is a thing that is embedded in the people from the 1970s. So it's like, for instance, if you are driving a nice car in Jamaica, the first thing that they are saying that you're involved in something nefarious. They don't know anything about you, You understand?
Yeah.
But
the thing is, they only knew he came from England, so I don't know whether they think that him not have nobody at Jamaica or whatever. Okay, so he was pretty much an easy target for them. You know. And I'm not telling you, like, it's affecting me until this day. Literally,
my condolences.
They killed the man They killed the man who was trying to create jobs in Jamaica for Jamaicans.
All right, listen.
You know,
as I've said and I stated before, and when I said people upset, but I can tell you, Jamaicans are some of the worst people in the world when it comes on to envy, jealousy, and grudge, and they're those set of people who are heartless and hateful, and you will just feed them and they kill you. Look at the man from the both men that they killed from England, Patterson, the one that they killed in Montego Bay. Jason Pat. It doesn't matter what Jason was doing in Jamaica. It doesn't matter what he was doing in England, if he was involved in crime or whatever.
He went clubbing the night before with the man to see a man who killed him.
Okay, all right, but not only that. Every month that he was alive, he would send £400 to the same man who set him up and killed him and send clothes for him. Now that he's dead, he's not getting that £400 anymore. So you see they think. So for the year, he was getting more than £5,000 from this young man, who thought that he was his friend, and he's the one. So more or less, they gave him maybe £2,000 or something like that for him to supply them with the information so that they could go and kill him. Because he knows the killer, the guy that set him up, Shaba. The guy that set him up, his name is Shaba, and he's a deportee from the police here where I used to work, Kingston 13, in Unspear police here. And because in Jamaica it's easy for you to get away with murder because the system is designed for the criminals. You have to understand that, when I tell people that, I am not only talking as a Jamaican, I am talking based on my experience as a detective of somebody who enforces the law in Jamaica. The system itself is a criminal system. Jamaican, remember, how Jamaica was created by the pirates and the buccaneer. Henry Morgan, one of the most notorious robber, raper, and he was the governor at one time in Jamaica,
Captain Mark, they even named a rum off for him.
Okay. So Jamaica is the criminal's paradise. You understand?
Yeah.
And
it's entrenched in their history.
Yes. So you see, in Jamaica, Jamaicans, we used to have the part of the African culture with us up to in the 1970s, where is it the same thing that they have like in the Islam community where with the Muslim, if somebody commits any crime and it affect the entire family, it brought shame. That used to be in Jamaica in the 1970s, if somebody in a community go to jail, even just for hitting somebody for assault, that person's family is shamed, and that person cannot come back in the community, and nobody's gonna talk to the family members of that person. So they eventually they have to leave the community. In the 1970s, it's my community that they normalize it, fed them up and bury boy. You understand? When Michael Manley used them to kill fellow Jamaicans in nearby Rima and Kingston Central. What kind of thing is that? Or are you going to use your own people to kill your own people because you want power?
Yeah, well, that's a dictatorship, isn't it? That's why America sanctioned Norman Manley.
Michael Manley, yes.
Yeah, that's why the Americans sanctioned him. But you have to remember, I left Jamaica at a young age.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, I have like apartments and stuff that I rent out to tourists, Airbnb, whatever.
Right.
But I also have a house in Norfolk. Okay, because my sister used to go to Immaculate Conception.
Yeah, but don't call her name,
No, I'm not gonna call her name.
Yeah.
But the thing that I'm saying is, I left Jamaica at a young age, and and I've worked for everything that I've got. Right. Yeah, and I'm very successful in the UK. I have my own business.
Right.
And I want to come home and invest that money, I'm telling you.
Well,
Okay. Now my wife, she's from Germany, and
Right.
she, every year we go to Jamaica, we stay in a hotel, even though I've got a house out there.
Right.
I don't stay in the house.
So you don't feel
I see
safe here.
No, this is it. I see so much potential. Listen, I could invest in Jamaica right now over £300 million.
Right.
That's equivalent US dollar of over 600 million US dollar. Okay.
Right.
The thing is, I don't feel safe, and I told my cousin I think it was a bad idea him going.
Mm-hmm.
He should hire a security guard, and didn't listen to me. He said I was too freely. Sometimes you have to do it. We owe it to Jamaica, and I agree with that. We owe it to Jamaica in the diaspora, okay? But if we can't go about our business and do it safely and freely, then what's the point? Why should we give our life up and be statistics?
Okay.
We have this thing in the UK that we call the Caribbean Business Association, yeah?
Uh-huh.
And everyone assumes Michael Lee Chin is the richest Jamaican, yeah?
No, he's not.
What if I tell you he's not?
He's not. I know that.
I'm not going to say his name, but he's British.
Right.
And he's worth over £6 billion pounds.
Right.
Convert that into US dollar. That's over 9 billion.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think about it, the Jamaican economy, GDP economy, is only 14 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There's plenty of us Jamaican in diaspora that's a wealthy British people, American, Canadian, but we all want to come home. It's estimated by the Jamaican diaspora there's 350 billion Jamaican economy can worth if all the wealthy diaspora come home. But we can't come home to that. 350 billion. We've been the largest economy in the Caribbean.
Right.
We can't come home to that.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing is, we, the diaspora in the United Kingdom, back in 2016, had a meeting with the government, and we wanted to invest 20 billion. We wanted to basically transform downtown into like the Singapore,
right,
all the way back to half a tree. Uh-huh. We had one stipulation to the government, and this is how messed up our governments are. We had one stipulation: all garrison within the Kingston area, every garrison in Kingston has to go.
Yes, I remember the proposal.
And I'll tell you what, even now, the government still hasn't got back to us. Well, why do you think that is? This is a joke. This is a joke. We, the diaspora, want to invest all that money, create jobs. The ironic thing is, we estimated that we would have created well over 1 million jobs in Jamaica, right? Uh-huh. And create other industries would have led to about 1.45 million jobs across the island. Okay? Uh-huh. And when you think Jamaica is only a 2.8 million population, it's not the people holding Jamaica back, it's the government.
Well, we
the diaspora just think, you know what, this is not going to work with the GLP and PNP. We need a third party in Jamaica, someone that in the diaspora that will go home, set up the party, and have the country at heart. Because this current government, GLP, PNP, it's not working. Uh-huh. So I'm quite upset by it all. I'm very upset by it all. We don't have to be a poor country.
You have to understand that both of them, they are part of the problem, because both political parties are criminal organizations. One thing they have in common is the police force. Mm-hmm. You understand? Let me tell you this, and that's why most people do not like me, especially the thieving police them, and most of the thieving police them, they have the same mindset as the criminals in Jamaica, and most of them they are PNP LGBTQ plus supporters. Nothing is wrong with you want to support, but you're supposed to at least have a little thing called conscience. Right up to 1989, in Jamaica, criminals were the one who live in fear of losing their lives. Not like you, the law-abiding citizen.
Yeah.
You understand? And what happened is that is when Michael Manley won the election in 1989, the first thing that they got rid of was the Suppression of Crime Act. And if you look at the statistic, you see the murder rate start to increase. I was a young police officer then, And I want to tell you that back then, I didn't even need a firearm to go about as a police officer. But I was fearful of things in my life because they would kill police still, you know. But the thing is that having a police, the people were so disciplined and respectful then. Because as you heard, Peter Phillips said it, that right up to then, Jamaica was en route to become a first world country, Even he said it when PNP took over in 72, Jamaica was en route to become a first world country, and you don't know, the PNP fall asleep at the wheels, and they said the same thing happened in 1989 when the PNP won again. And they started dismantling all the laws that were there that keep the criminals in check. The reason why they do not hang anyone in Jamaica, the PNP, the majority of the criminals that were on death row in Jamaica, they are affiliated to the PNP party. That's everything that they do. If you are a criminal in Jamaica and you are part of the PNP LGBTQ plus party now, you get rewarded. That's how we got the first commissioner of police, Colonel Trevor Macmillan. He's the man. They said it is alleged that he's the mastermind behind the Green Bay killing. The Green Bay killing was done by the Jamaican government, and it was Michael Manley that was the kill. Yes, so when they're talking about innocent people, those are the things they don't want Jamaicans to know, especially the ones who do not know history. It was the PNP government, who the military, who lure young men from a from a GLP community, Southside, because they think that it's once you kill the people, and it's all about votes, So when you kill them, it's less of votes. You understand? So they lure them and take them to a place named Green Bay, where the soldiers train. It's a range, and even as a police officer, that's where I went to train to use the tear gases. You understand? Yeah. And they murder them, kill them, and arm Jamaicans. Those are the things that they don't want you to talk. Yes, those are some of the atrocities that they're committing. So you talk now, when you talk about even that thing, and said that's what the Jamaican government did to Jamaicans. They said just by saying that, they don't say that you're a liar. They say that you're a labor right. As for me, I am need a labor right now, PNP, because if you have been following my chat, you have seen where I have been even more critical of the GLP LGBTQ plus government. You understand? Yes. I went even as far as I am so passionate about people's lives and security in Jamaica. Not only the police, but the average citizen. That even in one of my videos, that I stated openly that I do not like the Prime Minister. Yeah. Because I have never seen him come out in support of the security force, and making sure that every police officer, once they graduate from the police academy in Jamaica, they have a firearm to protect themselves. Or a dangerous place like Jamaica, where they kill police at wantonly. You see how the guy killed the district constable in St. Thomas. I don't know if you have seen the image.
Yes. Okay. Yes, I have seen it. He was calling for backup. Yeah.
Okay. That is what the Prime Minister, Shane Dallin, says. Anytime you're in danger, call the police. And what he did, he called the police, and what happened to him? He's dead. Yeah. And that's because they want Jamaica for themselves. So you see, in Jamaica, the criminals benefit in every way. Okay. All right.
It's sad. We have engineers, we have technicians, we have everything we need to become a first world country, and the brightest just desert the country, and all those idiots are singing in dancehall about gun, ray, pussy, whatever. I just don't understand anymore.
Nothing uplifting. And the thing is that now you know. All right. In England, the black is this. If you notice, the black community in England, it's the same mindset they have as in Jamaica. It's just destruction of the same people, and everybody want to behave like they're God. They can kill you as if when they kill another person, they get that person's life. And if you do not kill somebody, if you do not a unknown person who have been killing people, nobody have no respect for you, because they're like, oh boy, him and the money, and that is a stupid. They're not looking at educated people as role models.
The thing is, in the UK, if I meet a Jamaican and that Jamaican does not have a degree or educated, I don't consider people like that friends.
No, man, you're smart.
Because being around people like that you can't have a general conversation like we're having with them, because it's all about the party for them, and I can't deal with that thing.
You have to
can't deal with that. Yeah. You know,
you have to can't think.
The box.
You have to.
You know, I was on the platform the other day, and I saw how many females have been, killed, and I said on the platform, I would never allow my daughter to marry a Jamaican, because you can't trust any Jamaican nowadays.
But honestly, look here. Whether or not you want to believe it, I am in agreement with you. I told my daughter, one of my daughter who's in university, and I told her, if you meet a Jamaican, I said don't. Well, I said, if you're bringing a Jamaican, if you meet a Jamaican or dating a Jamaican, because the field that she's in, you understand, is a medical field. I said, if you meet a Jamaican, it has to be, I told her, I said, make sure, this is somebody whose background is of such that is nobody that is from the low IQ community.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
Oh my, it's your brother. Bless you. Thank you so much for that. Exactly what I said to I said on the platform the other day.
Yes.
And I got some bashing, even from Trisha. I was getting bashing.
No, Jamaican people don't. Look, let me tell you this. And if you have if you have a Jamaican friend and you tell them the truth, that's when you find out they stop talk to you. Jamaican people I'm going to tell you this of an incident personally with me, and I know the person is listening right now. I'm not going to call his name. I know a guy from 1987, and good friend of mine. He's a very, very good friend of mine, and we used to even work at Unsby. He was a detective sergeant, and I cannot say anything bad about the man. He has good heart and everything like that, but the thing is that just the way I'm talking to you now, so there is I have a friend that used to work with me, and the guy used to call him all the time. So I was in the military, I was injured, so when you hear people talking things about me, like we and lonesome, and Rattigan is just an idiot to let that low IQ man mislead him, because if he was a smart former FBI agent, he would have known my background, but he did not do any due diligence. So the friend and I were he picked me up at the airport, because I was in treatment. I spent 3 years in rehab when I was in the military after I was injured. And we were talking in his car, and he was asking me to ask the friend if the friend can give me his number to give it to him. So I told him, I said, I have the number in my phone, I can give it to you. But because he's the kind of person who does not want you to give anyone his phone number, he did not want me to give him, although I'm right there with the man's number in it and somebody who called him. You understand? So anyway, so I said, alright. So I called the guy that we used to work with, and told him that the other one wanted to talk to him. So the man messaged to me, to give it to him, I had the number, and I said, I can give it to you because you're the man talk. But because he did not save the man number, and he wanted to stick with his principle that do not give anybody my number. You understand? So the man told me, said, well, tell him, said, Porter, tell him that if he did not have my number, there's no reason for him to have it, because I have called him several times and he never called me. I told him that. And the man vexed me from that. Yes, man, I am telling you, that man was my friend, That was the closest person to me in the United States of America. And from that day, that man vexed with me. Yeah, just that. Just that I said to you. And another friend now of his said to me that, boy, I should have called me and said, boy, what kind of thing that me tell the other man? And I said, what? Boy, I disrespect the man, because the message that the man give me, and I should not give it to him. I said, but I am being honest. The man give me a message to give him, and I gave him just like how it was given to me. I didn't edit it. You understand? But he's telling me I should have done it. I should have edited the man message and present it to him in a better way, because the way that I said, I was disrespecting him. So as we just said earlier, some Jamaicans just cannot converse with them because they just see things one way. I don't have no hard feelings towards the man.
Yeah.
Because that's the kind of person I am. If you tell me the truth, I respect you for that.
Yeah. You know what? I'm a businessman. So give it to me straight. Don't
yes, that's me. That is me. Just tell me straight. It's the hard truth. I can deal with it. Yes. But
I'm really, really, really worried and concerned what's going on in Jamaica, because I think at the next diaspora meeting, Andrew Holness, we're going to have to call him out.
No, man,
we're going to have to call him out.
All right, whether or not you want to believe it, there's no difference right now between the PNP LGBTQ plus party and the JLP LGBTQ plus government. And the JLP LGBTQ plus government, there's no difference between it and the PNP LGBTQ plus government. Michael, the Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, is 100% Michael Manley. Reincarnation of Michael Manley. He's just a different party.
Yeah.
That's why the PNP cannot manage him, because if he was a conservative, he would be very unpopular. In Jamaica, you have to do like what he's doing, because that's how Michael Manley captured the minds of the people, you know. It doesn't matter what Mark Golden do or say, he will never be popular as him, because he mastered the Michael Manley art. Jamaican people are very indisciplined, you know. They love people, you understand? So that's the reason why he's so popular. Just look at it. And you know, when you're investing your money in Jamaica or visiting, you're doing it at your own peril. Because in Jamaica, you have two political parties. Let me show you how Jamaican people are stupid. Just the way I'm talking to you now, I was talking to a Jamaican the other day, and just to show you, you know, to test the people in mind. So I said to him, there's two political parties in Jamaica. One is in power and the other is the opposition. Because he's complaining about the murder rate, and I'm like, yes, I am in agreement with you, because I said I do not support anyone who kills another person without justification. I don't care who the guy, you understand? That is just me. I am a law and order person. I don't support, not because, you know, you want somebody, and most of the killings in Jamaica, it's not a killing over anything, it's just over an argument. Somebody said something to somebody and they're feeling hurt and they feel like you're supposed to be killed. You're not God. Why you want to kill somebody? So the thing is that now, when they come on to that, so we were having a conversation. So I said, there are two political parties in Jamaica and two leaders of each party. I said, one of them says they want 8 years for murderers, and then after the 8 years they get parole, and the other one says 45 years. So I said to him, I said to the person, you know, the man, you know, I said to him, which one of them would you vote for, or which one of them would you support? The one that says the 8 years for the murderer and get parole, or the one that says 45 years? And he says 45 years. And I said you have to be a laborer to say 45 years, because he's telling me, you know, before he was telling me that he's a PNP supporter. I said, no, you have to be a laborer to do that, because you cannot be a PNP. And he said, why? I said the 45 years is Andrew Holness supporting that. The 8 years is Mark Golden. Him say, well, hey, look here, I'm Mark Golden, me I go with, you know. Mark Golden and my 8 years to murder, you know. So you saw the people in mind. I am going to put out the conversation after I put out your video, to show you the mindset of the people. So you're so illiterate and you've been brainwashed to become organ robot, you cannot think. So because Andrew Holness, I said 45 years. This is not politician, this is about preventing people from killing other people. Because I'm on all of the thing, boy, I'm at 25, me kill somebody, he must say the minimum me I get a 45 years. By the time me come out of prison, me at 70. You understand? So that I give the killer a pass to do that, you know. But with Mark Golden, I say 8 years. I say, oh, me can't go 8 years, and me just kill off the entire family and go to prison for 8 years. Come up, get parole and come back and kill more again.
This is unreal. This is. I mean, my God is not a very clever guy. Clearly, he's got a flair for business, but for law, maybe he should just keep out of that, because, as you were saying about the PNP, when Dr. Phillips said we're on course to become a first world country, I didn't even know that. It's when I was in university and I did a course study about the CARICOM. Right. And I was looking at the United Nations figures and go a little bit more in depth. I didn't realize that Singapore actually came to Jamaica because we were developing at such a pace. Singapore came to Jamaica government and said, how are you doing the development? And the Jamaican government explained to them, right? And then they went and implement our policy. Look at their country.
Oh my God. Hey, I don't know, and I'm telling you, goosebumps just come up on my body. And you know the reason why that, because when I keep telling people that, like when I said, give me the book and not the gun. You see, once I said that, guess what they said? You're labor right. You're labor right.
Oh God!
I'm telling you.
Oh God!
But continue. Sorry for the interruption right there, but I'm telling you, man. You make goosebumps come up on my entire body, man, when you just said that about singer. So when you hear I am saying, says, give me the book and not the gun, them say me a labor right.
Yeah.
But continue.
So, I mean, I never knew this about Jamaica. I never knew this. It's when I was after my degree, I thought, you know what, I'm going to do something else. I want to do something higher to test myself. So I did a master's, and then a master's I did international business. But my case study, I wanted to know more about Jamaica history.
Right.
And I looked in depth in that, and the Jamaican economy, and I could not believe. I was shocked when I found that out.
Yes, man. It's the and Singapore right now. Shocked. The Singapore right now
I've been there.
Would have been Jamaica today. Would have been Jamaica today if it wasn't for Michael Manley.
Yep. Okay. And that's something else I was going to touch on. I want to look more in depth into it. It turns out, every time the PNP comes in power, the Jamaican economy goes back 10 years.
Okay.
And every time the Labour right come in power, the Jamaican economy goes a little bit forward. And every time the PNP get in power, it goes back 10 years again.
Yeah, so we have to pause it there. This is part 1, and part 2 will be coming up shortly. Yes, it's a very interesting conversation. You know, these are the people, the viewers and subscribers and people that would like to talk to you at the Jamaica Young Police channel, that can test our brain and our memory to see how we're in tune with worldwide events, historical happenings and present, and what plans to go in the future. Yeah, this is a nice conversation with I Am Legend from the UK. Yeah man, happy birthday, I Am Legend, and happy birthday to my little brother Lando. Jamaica Young Police channel out.